उपसभापति महोदय जी, अभिनंदन आपका। ये बिल हम क्यों लाए, ये पहले ऑर्डिनेंस था। मैं बहुत सरल भाषा में बता देता हूँ, आपका स्वयं का बहुत अनुभव है इस मामले में। भारत के आर्बिट्रेशन एक्ट में माननीय अधीर बाबू इस बात का प्रावधान है कि अगर कोई आर्बिट्रेशन अवार्ड हो गया तो सेक्शन 34 में उसको हम सेट असाइड के लिए एप्लीकेशन देते हैं। उसमें एक प्रोविजन है कि इफ इट इज इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विथ पब्लिक पॉलिसी which means induced by fraud or corruption, the arbitration agreement or the award. That is in substance of public policy. उसमें morality का भी जिक्र है। तो अगर अवार्ड को चैलेंज करना है तो ये ग्राउंड हमारे पास है, लेकिन सेक्शन 36 में स्टे का भी प्रावधान है। फॉर स्टे यू डोंट गेट ऑटोमेटिक स्टे, you get a stay when you file an application for a stay. But there was no ground specifically speaking that even if the arbitration award is vitiated by fraud, by corruption, you could not get a stay because there was no specific provision for that. And Adhir Babu, you are a parliamentarian of long standing with your experience of governance also. Can we deny that many times arbitration awards, agreement are vitiated by fraud? People get a lot of benefits, then start challenging the award, start enforcing the award. And when you go a little deeper, then you find a lot of layers and layers of corruption. An Honorable Deputy Chairperson, without naming any party, we know of cases where the CBI is investigating how natural resources were awarded in complete violation of law without auction. Now they are filing one claim in America, one in England, and everything is vitiated by fraud and by patent illegality and also inducement by corruption. Therefore, we have done a very limited modification in this, Honorable Adhir Babu, and that is this, that if the court is prima facie satisfied that the agreement and the award is vitiated by fraud and corruption, it will stay. That's all. And this will be stayed till the decision under Section 34 is taken to set aside the award. That's all. So that taxpayers' money is not bartered away by these fly-by-night operators who procure award based upon collusive agreements, get benefits from government resources, bring some money, and thereafter start making all the claims, tall claims. That is all very limited thing we are doing. We have come with ordinance, and I think it is a pure public policy. I know some of the honorable members have been experienced in the judicial affairs. We are very clear that this will be only limited for a stay till a decision is taken upon the setting of the award under Section 34. If award is set aside, goes. If it is not set aside, the interim order goes also. That is one thing. The second amendment is, Honorable Deputy Chairperson, that we had changed the award arbitration ecosystem in the light of Sri Krishna Commission report. We had got a schedule of the qualification of arbitrators to be appointed by the institutions. A view was taken by the eminent member from the judiciary and others, arbitration community, that since you are promoting institutional arbitration, let the Arbitration Council of India by regulation decide as to who will be the arbitrator, what shall be their qualification. And I think it is a very fair feedback we got. Therefore, instead of having scheduled, by regulations, the Arbitration Council of India will frame the eligibility, etc. of arbitrators. That's all. So these are very two simple amendments which we are bringing. We had to bring it because of ordinance, because of the compelling reason. I seek the kind approval and support of the House to approve this amendment. That's all.